Alrighty, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the BNR Racing Network, bringing you the BNR TruckSeries here tonight as we head to race 2. Sorry, I'm just fixing things here. Always good. There we go. All is good now. So, you see here, race 2, Las Vegas. As Cody Kramer on top of the board here tonight. As you see, Summer Ford jumped up to the top of the board with a 30.6. Huntsaker P9. But Summer Ford is still on top of the board with a 30.6. Always good to see that. I'll go ahead. So with 2 minutes, I will go over a little bit of the race day information. So as we see here, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We have 65 degrees, 16% humidity, clear skies, 5 miles per hour, 134 laps. They do get 201 miles. They get 80% fuel, unlimited tires, 1 quick fix, unlimited attempts at a green white checker. And last week's winner was Mr. Jacob Carter. The question is, can Jacob Carter get it done again today? I guess we'll just have to tune in and find out. As you see there, Mr. Jacob Carter is sitting P8 at this current time. I'm not too sure if anybody else is going out there, but we'll go ahead and step away for one brief moment, and then we'll be back and bring you back to... Well, there you go. Jay Barry coming left. Philip Bridges out there, but give me 1 brief second here. Oh, let's fix that. We don't want... There you go. Alright. Go over to starting grid. Sorry about that, my bad. So P1 will be Ben Summerford, P2 will be Jake Delgado, P3 will be Larry McKenzie, P4 will be Ernest King, P5 will be Dakota Kramer, P6 will be Dave Barry, P7 will be Richard Johns, P8 will be Philip Bridgman, P9 will be Randy, P10 will be Jacob, P11 will be Mark Berry, P12 will be Matthew, P13 will be Michael, P14 will be Eric Corder, P15 will be Brock Kopenbarger, P16 will be Robert Amaro, P17 is not Jaden Sanchez, P18 is Zach Deuscher, P19 will be Kevin Roy, P20 will be Joe Stipe, P21 will be Hunter Head. 21 competitors here tonight. As they're going to pace around here. Not too sure what they're doing. Maybe a little scuffle on the start there. There you go. And as we get ready to take the green flag here tonight. No, we won't. Oh yeah, there it goes. The pace car is off. And Summerford will lead the field to green here. And the green flag is out. Here tonight in the BNR TruckSeries. As Ben takes the lead going into one. As you see there, the 16 gets loose, along with the 00. Wow, and there it is. First caution on lap 1. That's called holding it wide open. That's a lot of cars so early on lap 1. That's very unfortunate. So as we see here going into 1, or 3 and 4, no, that's going into 1 and 2. He was absolutely fine. Going into 3 and 4, little upset of the end there. Oh. Little scuffage there behind him, and that does that. And that's the one thing that I was talking about, was want to protect that from happening. You don't want that to happen again. So that's that. Give me 1 second. Brief break. Alright, I think we're good now. Just as a caution comes out, yes, we are good now. Okay. That's what I like to hear. Alright, so the caution did come out for the second time here tonight. Sorry about that. Was trying to finesse a bit through the headset here. Totally my apologies, but that is alright. We are back working, which is always great news that I like to hear. Mark Berry's got a rough go. 3 wide here, as you see. Oh, man. Mark Berry's not the best of luck there. We're going to rewind that. That looked like a little... Oh, man, they really fixed this damaged model here, huh? Didn't they? So as we look here, 3 wide, 84 bounces off. Just gets turned. Unfortunately, that's that, and Barry is looking like a modified here tonight. Very unfortunate for Barry, but I do believe they are coming to come down pit lane here. Yes, they are, as the second caution does wave here tonight. Cody Kramer is going to lead the field down. For sure, I wish we could have had Carver here tonight. Carver's a hell of a driver. I like Carver. I would love to see him in action here in the truck series. That would have been awesome to have him here. Sorry, Carver. I know, unfortunately, you're doing updates, but that is all right. As we will watch the race off pit road, as you see, Dakota Kramer will be the first truck off, then Delgado, then the 5, then Carter. And then King, and then all that other finessage back there. Currently, Richard Johns is leading this field here. Uh-oh. Lost my overlays there. At least on my end I did. Let me see if I can talk to Mr. Johns here, with him being the leader. Mr. Richard.
Mr. Brian.
I know, bad luck every time you come up here. But anyway, that's besides the point here. You're sitting P1. I know an early slip up early on the start there on lap 1. As I was telling a few people earlier, do not wide open it in 1 and 2. I don't know how they have the race set up. I don't know, because I didn't set it up, unfortunately. So I don't know how they do their track time. So, but anyway, you're sitting in the front. While you started off, how was the? I mean, you probably didn't get that many laps under green to maneuver through the field, but how would you say the truck handles from earlier practice? Like, I would probably say, what, about mid-afternoon-ish, I would say, until about nighttime. Do you feel like there's a big difference in handling-wise, grip, maybe?
I think it's a little bit tighter at nighttime, which is to be expected. But there's a lot of grip right now. Like I said, I had to use a quick repair early. Sitting here, P1, see if I can hold some of these guys off. I know they got fresh tires behind me, but I had fresh tires on that first caution and was able to maneuver myself from, I think, about P6 back to the lead, so shouldn't be too bad.
Yes, sir, I do see you're going back to green. Best of luck to you. Hopefully you can stay out of all the carnage that goes on behind you. I wish you the best of luck, and hopefully we'll see you in victory lane.
Appreciate it, man.
No problem. As you see there, Mr. Richard Johns is going to lead this field itself back to green as they get ready to come back around. I still have ticker here. Oh, this is very unfortunate. It'll come back eventually. Okay, so all the sessions that will be set up will be based on all real NASCAR events. So if it's a night race, it's a night race. Over here in the truck side, I've just gotten the confirmation from the admin of this series, who's unfortunately not here, but that is okay, nothing to less. You see Barney the flagman, aka Austin Moore, has gotten that flag in his hand, getting ready to wave that flag viciously here tonight as Austin Moore waves the green flag, and they're off. I see there Jake Delgado to the inside, Jacob Carter behind him there. Richard Johns is still on the outside here with Jacob Delgado. The two Jacobs here, P1, P3. Richard Johns, P2, stayed out. So the first truck on the oldest set of tires here tonight. Like I said, it should be unlimited tires. I don't know if they did that. If that's the case, probably Richard already came down anyway. But getting that extra point for leading the lap does help. Like I said, they do have 201 miles here tonight, 134 laps. You see Richard Johns looking to do the crossover here early on, as Jacob Carter is going to get behind that 51. And work with him as Richard Johns hits the apron with a bobble there, but keeps it off of Jacob Delgado. Jacob Carter is still looking to work with Richard Johns there in that 51 machine here tonight. As we get a great show from Mr. Carter to keep him by Jacob Delgado. See Ernie King, P4, and another one who came back. Always good to see him out here. Tab 1 Chevy. I don't know who that is, but hello, how are you? Always good to see the fellow fans out there coming out to cheer on their best pals ever, which is always fantastic. I like to see that. Unfortunately, it's just me at this current time. 25 of 134 in the books here tonight, as Richard Johns is still holding off Jacob Delgado and Jacob Carter. Jacob Carter is sticking with Richard, is not getting out of any way, is going to stay with Richard Johns here. As they get ready to come and take lap 26, you see Richard Johns gets down to the bottom as the two Jacobs are side by side. Mr. Bradford, what is going on, sir? Nice to see you here. Awesome to see you out here and associate yourself. But yes, Richard is leading. He did stay out. Everybody else is on fresh tires here tonight. If you can, like, share, subscribe this. Get all the followers that we can get on here tonight. Come on out. Cheer on your family, your friends, your whoever it is that you know in this race tonight. Always good to have them come on out. Come out, cheer them on. Share the love to these drivers, and just share the love in general. You know, these guys work their asses off day in, day out on this virtual platform here, as they call simulation of iRacing, that we all enjoy doing. I met a very lot of great people over my year and a half, almost 2 years of iRacing. Couldn't ask for any more great community sometimes. I would say a lot more better than the console side of things, but as you see here, Jacob Delgado is getting ready to take the lead here, as he does with the 5 of Randy, helping him to the outside. So now they got 2 lanes here, but Jacob Carter is not going to leave Richard Johns out. As you see there, Dakota Kramer on the outside of Richard Johns there. Great battles all around, as you can hear the squeal of Richard Johns' tires, which is starting to do some work here, which is going to slowly start to fade a little bit as he continues to race side by side. It's just going to continue to slow Jacob Carter up. So, if I'm Jacob, I would just let Richard Johns follow the back. Because Richard Johns, there you go. Well done. That's right, he's got his lap sled and some. But 30 of 134 in the books here tonight. We come up here to the 69 of Mr. Kramer. Now fixing to lose his spot to Randy Koken. .31 of 134 in the books here tonight. Nice wet of the tonsils here. My throat was getting a little dried out. So, Jacob Delgado, Dakota Kramer, Randy Koken, Jacob Carter, Ernest King, Dave Barry, Hunter Head, Richard Johns, Larry McKenzie Jr., and Philip Richmond. That is your top 10. See there, Randy Koken did get in the wall a little bit. Man, I am very upset. There we go. Man, I tell you what, I need my track map. It's for serious. We don't need to see their... We don't need to worry about that. There we go. Little battles there. Got your little logos there too. Put all this out. As you see there, Hunter Cade Head is up 15 spots from where he started here tonight. Great run by Cade. So that is always wonderful. We are still recruiting, absolutely we are. We never turn anybody down. We have no cap restrictions at all. We are open to all, a great league. Broadcasted on Tuesday, Thursdays. We are working on Saturdays. And then we also have Double Cup on Saturdays and Sundays. Sundays are broadcasted as well too. But Saturdays we are working on for you guys who run Saturday nights. I don't want to leave you guys out of that ordeal, but we're working on that, so I'm hoping to get you guys going on Saturdays. So, as you see here, 35 of 134 in the books. I gotta refresh all this stuff again. My apologies, give me 1 second here. I hate to do this, because I don't like doing it, that's for sure. But we'll see. Hopefully, I get my overlays back. There we go. Awesome. But now does the stream have them? And the stream does not have them now. I should have just never touched nothing, I guess, huh? Oh, there we go. We're back. Awesome. Great news. Great news. Love to see it. So as we see here, well, it's not on the broadcast, that's for sure. Oh, man. Oh yeah, it is. There we go. Okay, my bad. As you see here, 37 of 134 in the books. Tires are going to start playing the key here. I'm not sure what had happened to Mr. Zach Deusser. I did see Zach Deusser is 2 laps down. But he will get those laps back when caution comes out. So as you see, the battle for second intensifies here. Here, Ernest King side by side with Dakota Kramer as Delgado and Jacob Carter still duke it out in the front. As you see, Dave Barry there. Mark is in the 9, Dave is in the 56. So 40 of 134 complete here tonight. As Ernest King hanging it strong to Dakota Kramer. As Dave Barry here, ladies and gentlemen, looking to work on Jacob Carter. And as we said before, Jacob Carter is, oh man, that was close. Caught me off guard too. I see Ernest King there continuing to apply pressure to Dave Barry if he can ever get to him for P3. As Ernest King still continues to apply the pressure there, or be under attack by, who is that? Oh, Dakota Kramer. There you go. And then you have Cade slowly reeling in Kramer there, but the tightest knit battle is between the 48 and 22. Current place and time. But I guess the exciting one through here is Ernest King, as it got us locked on Ernie. So 100 and now about 100 to 90 something laps left. Boy, my mouse off today, that's for sure. Now you see Richard Johns now in the pits. Gonna try to do strategy here. Yeah, that ain't even showing up either. Hang it. Man, oh man, where is my... Aha, there we go. All good. So now I know when people pit. Threw me off. As you see, Dave Barry looking to apply pressure to the quarter of Jacob Carter here in that 22 machine. there as Dave Barry looks to get to Jacob, but now currently fallen off of him at this current time. So, not sure how many laps of fuel they are getting. I didn't ask any of that. Well, I probably should have. But actually, I do believe I do have a thing here that would tell me. Oh, I don't know if I have it on here. No, I don't. But, oh, there you go. Right there's your pit stop strategy. There we go. As you see here, the pitch stint length of what they are currently on now, on 80% fuel. So Jacob Carter with a little bit of a blinkage there, so he will lose that P2 to Barry. So that's that. So far, so green. 2 cautions throughout the whole night here. Dayberry looking to lock himself into the playoffs eventually here with a win if he can get it done. I'm not too sure if that is the case.
Hello there.
Oh!
What's going on, man?
Well, I'm doing alright. Oh, pit stops are coming underway here. The fastest one in the pits out of the 4 of them would be Philip Bridgman with a 14-point sail. And then out of these 4 here, Ernie King, Cordair, Barry, Day, and Roy. Kevin Way had a 15-second pit stop. King had a 15.4. Cordair had a 14.6. So right now, he is the fastest one to make his pit stop happen, which is not bad. So
Races can be run off and on pit road.
yes, that is for sure. It can. I see here Ernie King back out on the track there. A lot of 14-second pit stops here tonight. So always good. Jesus. But anyway, sorry about that. Trying to communicate and do everything all at once. Matthew Hunsaker is still out there in the pits. Joe Stipe with a 14 4.7-second pit stop, which is perfect. As you see, Matthew Hunsaker now making his pit stop. Ben Summerford is now in, as Jacob Carter is going to cycle back around here. And it could possibly, oh, you got a car bounced off the wall there. Like I said early on, a couple of these fellow drivers did take a quick fix. Early on there. Kevin Roy still out here driving around. Good to see him out here tonight in his Peach Vibe Ford truck. You see Matthew there falling down to P9 after pitting and staying out as long as he did. Something did happen to that 21 truck. I see he is out. Current one, a lap down, is the 20 truck of Michael Day. That is alright. Our caution will eventually play out, that is for sure. But Jacob Carter did cycle back out to the lead, as he's fixing to be under attack by this man right here, Dave Berry. Dave Berry is always there, so nothing less from Dave. Austin, you're familiar with Dave. You ran. Yes, Austin did come down from the Flagman Tower. He is now in the booth. So they stuck somebody else up there. I do believe Josh Small is now going to be waving that green, white checkered flag towards the end. So they swapped positions there. They had to use a bathroom break. So now I have Austin down here with me. So Josh is up there with his eyes over the track. And Austin came down to the air conditioned unit broadcast booth.
Yeah, man, I figured I'd stop by, come help you out. Looking forward to this. These next couple of laps.
Next couple of laps. Oh yeah, we're about almost there. So on lap 72, we'll do our little cranker up section of the night. Let the fans hear what blah, 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 blah. Yes, of course, of the exciting news and all that. Milani, yes, it is always good to see Richard Jones. Well, it's actually Johns, but I understand what you meant. Richard Johns is P4. Great run for him tonight. I did talk to him earlier, that is for sure. He did lead quite a few laps, so that's always a good thing. I know you're always out here every week cheering him on, which is always a great thing, get him motivated. I know he's going through some rough times at the current moment, but that is alright. He comes on here, does what he likes to do best, so that is that. And it's always awesome to see you out here cheering on your favorite driver, if it is your husband, your boyfriend, your friend, whatever it is, your girlfriend. There's sometimes there's girls that do league racing, so always good to cheer them on. Come on out and have some fun. Interact a little bit, and you can go ahead and that's alright. Don't worry about it, Milani. You're alright. I got you. I know exactly who you were talking about. As you see there, the 13. Who is that? Oh, Joe. Is fixing to fight. Yeah. Fixing to fight to stay on the lead lap. Poor Joe. That was a rough. He's still getting used to these cars or trucks, shall we say. So, which is alright. I've helped him out a little bit as we we're practicing here, so that's always good. But 64 of 134 complete. green flag still Austin. Like I said, 2 cautions early on. Rest of the race was all green. So always good to see a race that can go green for sure. So
Yeah, with a lot of times with those early cautions, it's just the guys figuring out the track and whatnot.
oh yeah, well, you know as well as I know that currently this is the battle for first. So between these two. If I go back and click on exciting, we'll now we'll start to bounce around here a little bit between Ernie King and Richard Johns. You see the 20 is a lap down, but that is alright. Come up here, race it out with these boys. Give them hell, praise Dale, type of deal. So it's always good. You see Barry did, Mark Barry did have to use a quick fix early on. So Vegas can be tough. Oh my goodness. Oh, there you go. The Yankees came back. Ooh. There you go. Up by 1.
There you go.
Sorry. Yeah, reversing the Mets Subway Series. I love those games. Those games are always good. But anyway, back to over here on this side of things. A lot of excitement going on early on, I do assume. Not too much, but
it's a tight one for 3rd place.
yeah, now we're starting to get some scuffage here. Oh yeah, look at that. Dakota Kramer, Ernest King, Richard Johns, Randy, Kevin. So all neck to neck here. So
Kramer seems to be pretty fast. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the leader here at some point later in the race.
yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to communicate with broadcasters and stuff like that for Saturday nights. But yes, Richard Johns there. You see a lap down car playing a big factor, as Richard Johns could get the help from Randy to keep him ahead there. Jacob Delgado on the outside there, picking the draft off the lap car there. Sorry, had a yawn here, but I didn't want you guys to yawn with me. There you go. That's what I would say.
It looks like that high groove is coming more and more to life.
Yeah, I would say so.
I know that's where I can be the promise on the track.
Oh yeah. Like I said, outside groove slowly coming in. You could see how bumpy that outside groove is as Kevin was out there. He was just bouncing all around here. You see Hunter, aka Cade, in that 35 machine there. I do believe that is a Rick and Morty paint scheme. I do believe so, that is.
Yeah, it looks like it.
But Cade is currently P6.
Good run from him today. He's been one of the biggest movers this whole race.
Yeah, he is one of them. I do believe. Not too sure where he started. Oh yeah, he did start towards the back, I do believe. About mid-pack, shall we say. But Kevin Roy, comfortably P7. Almost 8.5 seconds back to Carter.
We are now past halfway through this race.
Yes, just about almost there. next time by, I do believe we'll be the halfway. I always do it when it's over, but sometimes it wasn't the way there. You see Matthew Hunsaker here in the number 1 Ford. His current home track here, he is from Las Vegas. Well, wouldn't really say Las Vegas, but he's from that part of Nevada there. So, always good to see him come out here to his track. You see pit stops are happening, so when everybody pits, we'll go ahead and do crank it up section of the night. As you see, Dakota Kramer will be the first one to come down to pit. A lot of guys getting used to the tracks here, and it's always good to come on out, get the feel, and get adapted. So, as you see there, Richard Johns looking to get by the 20. Hey Milani, no problem. I try to do my best with pronunciation of names. So,
one thing you don't want to get caught is
know.
speeding on pit road here this late in the race now. It could turn your whole race upside down.
Yes, it can. So, that is for sure. Like I said, I try to pronounce names to the best that I can, so sometimes I can't do it, so that's that. So you should be, I guess, say thankful that your name's pretty easy, so it's always a good thing, nothing to less. But as you see here, Richard John still trying to get past the 20 as he does the 20 truck, get a little blinkage there in front of him. Richard John's hanging strong, top 10 all night. Good for him as he's being under attack by Larry McKenzie Jr. But as Richard John's fixed to go to the inside of that 20. Oh man, that was close.
That was very close.
Talk about sliding up there, but boy, he did.
That was like inches.
Oh yeah, it was. That's Richard. Anyway, we're gonna go to our, I don't know if I have that on here. Haha, I do. Our crank it up section of the night. I hope you guys enjoy the sounds of these truck drivers, and we'll be right back. Alright, as we come back here, I gave you guys a little preview there of a little crank it up portion of the race. Lap 88 of 134. Right back up here with Cade, another fellow competitor that used to race with on the console side of things. Me and Austin Moore. If not, I do believe that's where I ran into Austin. I do believe. Can't remember offhand.
Yeah, man. I believe it was. Yeah, because I had applied for the league or whatever, and then the rest is history.
Technically, yes. As you see there, the top 5 here tonight is Jacob Delgado, Matthew Hunsaker, Cade Head, Ben Summerford, Robert Amaro, and Barry. But as you see, Robert Amaro making his pit stop here. See there, so these guys were able to stay out a lot longer. You see Matthew Hunsaker looking to come in, so.
I think these guys staying out later are looking for a caution.
A lot of them are. I'll tell you that right now, they are.
I'm trying to get lucky. Will they get lucky though?
I don't know. They've only had 2 cautions of the night, so.
Yeah, they're pretty spread out. Not very likely at this point, but you never know.
Never know. I'm not sure when the last time Delgado pitted. That's for sure. So Joe Stipe there in the 13 up here with Kevin Roy in that 12. Oh man, did you see Kate trying to get down to the bottom? Can't quite get there, but now he did. Good maneuver by Cade. Unfortunately, that's not what he wanted or how he wanted to do that. So, unfortunately, that's that. But that was a great maneuver by Cade. Those guys on fresh tires coming up that fast, unfortunately, that is what you're going to get. So, and you know how brutal that can be sometimes, Austin, when everybody is trying to queue up. Hey, pitting in, all at once, so that's that. Oh, I do believe Amaro did probably get a speeding penalty or unsafe pit exit, either one. That is very unfortunate for him. Ran top 5 there, good, I mean, it was a good run by him tonight. But Richard Johns, I'm impressed with him, you know, doing his thing there.
Remember when I said earlier how you could win or lose a race on pit road?
And that's exactly what happened to
Mr. Berry's overtaking Jacob Carter.
Yeah, that is exactly what had happened. But Dave Berry is very well, and I know you like this track too, but unfortunately things aren't going your way at this current time, but good things will look up down the longer in the long run for you. So I know you can be very good here at Las Vegas, and so, but unfortunately just not ready yet. 94-134. I'm impressed with these guys, and as you see there, as we turn to Randy Austin, you saw how bumpy that outside lane can be.
Yeah, this track is bumpy all the way around.
Yeah, that's why you gotta find maneuver. Philip Brisman P7. So
I think this track works out your arms more than any other track, if I'm being honest with you.
Yes. Since you do set up my races, make sure you don't forget. Bristol dirt is 100% fuel, because on dirt they don't take fuel. So make sure those boys get 100% fuel when you set up the dirt side of things.
Yes.
Because on dirt, they don't take fuel. So if you give them
Heard
80%,
that.
they'll be running out way before they finish the race. So,
Do we have heat races this year for that, or is it just going to be a race?
no, we're just going to leave it as is, as what we're doing here. I only think, I don't know if the trucks, oh yeah, trucks did do it. Yeah, trucks did do it, so. But no, we're just going to leave it as is and have these boys go at it, so. And they don't give waiver rounds, I don't think they gave waiver rounds in real life. I can't remember if they did it down to watch, but. And we're going to make caution laps count because I do not want to be sitting there all night. So make sure caution laps do count whenever you set that race up.
We are going to do that?
Or unless I can set that one up myself. Probably a little bit easier if I do it for the dirt side of things, and then all the rest can be you, that's fine. But anyway, Philip Bridgman here, you did see him get a little swirly there. But that does come with longevity of your truck and how hard you're pushing. So I think fuel is the key here. If when you pit, and right there, look, you just saw right there. Probably a little miscommunication on pit road. Austin by Delgado was leading this race and is now 2 laps down. That's a big hurt in his book. Yes.
You probably got caught speeding.
Yes, and that's a big hurt there.
That's the one thing I said not to do at this point in the race.
Exactly. But the question that I am very concerned about is, does the top 8 have enough fuel to get to the end? That is my big concern because they pitted a lot earlier than Cade and the rest of them. So that's that. But as you see, the hungry pack behind Philip here just keeps going as Philip Bridgman is comfortably P7. Good for him. Happy for him. Doing very well here in the truck side of things. Who is our last season truck winner. So last season championship. Philip
Now you got that. He's one of the most consistent drivers out there, I'll tell you what.
Philip is, yeah, Philip's very good. Philip is very consistent. Might not show it, but he is too. Richard can be too if things go his way. But so, boy, we are only an hour and 8 minutes into this race, which is beautiful. I love it. And almost to 25 laps to go. You see that? About not even an hour and a half broadcast. If these drivers can keep it green, you will have yourself a phenomenal race just like this. And that's what I like about these truck guys. A lot of them are very familiar. I would say about 9/10 of the field. Well, actually, you might as well say about 90% of the field have been with each other on the track last season. And then that other, let me say about 10% are the newbies coming out and enjoying the run with these boys. So,
yeah. Tell you what, if this race stays like this,
it's going to be a long season.
That battle for the lead is going to be crazy because those guys are pretty much sniffing down each other's necks.
Yes. But as the race intensifies, here we sit. So I enjoy seeing this race go green, as we all should. Dakota Kramer. And as you see there, just like I was very aware of, Philip Brisbane had to pit one last time for fuel. Oh, there's a message distracted. I see Diamond in here. Hello, good evening, Diamond. I'm not sure why your message there got retracted, not too sure why, but nonetheless, good to see you. I know you're out here pulling for Philip. Always nice to see you out here pulling for Phil. Like I said, Philip is on his last pit stop of the night, I do believe. Same thing with Randy, and same thing with Dakota. As just like I said before, this is what I was worried about. So if Cade and Huntsaker can make it on this stop right here, because obviously Austin, we are on 25 to go. So
yeah,
I am very worried about if they are going to have to stop again. When should they come in? I would not want to wait as long as they did and hope for a caution, because 9 times out of 10 you won't. Unfortunately, you won't see that. So, but as you see here, Delgado getting by, trying to get by Barry here to get at least one of his laps back. He said, "Come on, Barry, let me have it." And there's that. So, but I think if anything, Philip played the strategy right, because he was the first car down pit road. I hate to say it, but Philip was the first car down pit road. He should be in the hot seat to possibly get the win. To everybody watching, I want to thank you guys for coming out and enjoying the show. Go ahead and post in your comments there of who you think is going to win the race. Closing in on the last 22 laps to go. I like to see all your guys' votes, and we'll ride on board with them and see where they sit on the tower here and throughout the field. As you see there, Quarter now in the pits. Matthew Huntsaker pit for his last time. Brock Kopenberger now in the pits. Stipe now in the pits. Okay, so Austin, they took fuel only, so they're not even going to worry about tires. They only took fuel. I mean, that could be the smartest thing to do, but you're still going to want the tires. As you see there now, Cade is coming in for his last stop. So they might have figured out that they were a little bit short. So the question is, do you take tires or do you just take fuel? What would you have done in this situation, closing in with, because you're a fellow driver, you know how to do all this, and I'm normally up in a tower. Would you take 4 tires and fuel, or just take fuel and right sides? Or just fuel only?
At this point of the race, knowing this track, I would probably be taking some fuel.
I agree with you.
I feel like that would be the best move. That way you're still getting somewhat fresh rubber.
Oh yeah. But then yet again, you take fuel and then you hope for a caution.
You could do that too. The only way I'm taking fuel only is if I was gonna make it within 10 to go. That's the only way I would take fuel only.
Yeah. But you never know. Anything could happen. In this long periods of time here. That is for sure. As you see, Dave Barry and Jacob Carter are now going to pit for the final time of the night. And it's going to cycle back out to Ernie King. He might not like that, but I like to bust his chops. But Ernie King
We'll see
is
how
going
long
to come
he stays
around.
out.
Exactly. He's probably hoping for a caution, but I tell you what, I wouldn't want to wait that long because you have Richard Johns, Kevin Roy, Randy Koken, who had all pitted, now right there. So, like I said, Barry took fuel and tires, where Carter might have just took fuel and no tires. So I'd like to see how well this shakes out.
That may not work in Carter's favor. He's been trailing him the whole time. He might have been burning up his stuff more.
Yes. I agree with you. I see Phillip now falling into the clutches of Richard Johns. There. I wonder if Phillip didn't have enough fuel or might have came in a little bit too early. But yet again, that also goes off of the last time he pitted to when he pit for the fuel. I would say overall a fantastic race by the truckers here tonight. Absolutely, indeed, I would agree.
Absolutely.
A lot of weird strategies. I see a lot of mishaps. So,
despite it being pretty spread out, they were pretty spread out in groups, so there was really racing all around the track today. That's what you like to see.
Exactly. Multiple lane grooves. So we are only an hour and 18 minutes into this, which is beautiful. Almost an hour and a half race.
And we're inside 15 to go. That's crazy.
Exactly. Yes. Well, when you can get green flag runs in a full truck race, this is what you do. So obviously you see a lot of these boys got by Ernie King. Well, that's because he's in the pits. So Jacob Carter back to the lead. So
can barely make up 7 seconds on the tires that we got.
Oh yeah, Barry's gonna get it done. He's gonna come back to the lead. So the question is, did Hunsaker chew his stuff up too soon, or I'm just not too sure. But a great run by Phillip tonight. Absolutely, I would agree with him. He tried to get the strategy played right. As you see, a little slip up from Joe here. So. Oh, there it is. So what is your guys... Hold on, I gotta fix something now. Sorry about that. I'm always jumping around here and always doing a lot of things. My apologies. Uh, 12 to go here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Who is gonna get it done? Well, we just might never know. Four, four, three,
Carter's looking stronger on those, taking no tires than I thought he was.
I don't like that for a lock-in. Okay, I like that better. So we fixed our little ticker there. So now your winning drivers who are locked in will be highlighted here on out, who goes into the next round. So I like to see that. So as you see there, Jacob Carter is locked in. So 10 to go here tonight. A great run by everybody. 9 to go. 2 cautions. So what would you say? I would say about 120. No, I'd say about 100 and.
I'd say about 100.
15 to about 120 laps on green flag, which is impressive for these boys. So
yes, that's really impressive, especially for a track like Las Vegas.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Especially at all things. But like I said,
So basically,
go ahead. Yep.
I was just gonna say, it looks like Jacob Carter gonna go back to back to start off the season here in the BNR Truck Series if nothing happens in the final 8 laps here.
Yeah. Well, interesting thing here. Carter might have a speed at this time, but he also only came in and took fuel. That is it. While Barry pitted his last time by and took 4 sets of tires and fuel. So, but yet again,
Took
lap
4
traffic.
sets?
I mean, yeah, 4 good years. I know, that's 4 sets. Shit, my bad.
Goodness gracious, man.
Yeah, Philip Bridgman did come in a lot earlier than these boys, so he's currently P6, so that's not bad. But I don't know. I don't think he has enough time to. Barry has enough time to get to him. I think lap traffic is playing the key. So 5 to go. I don't know if he can full send it there, because Jacob Carter is now in turns 3 and 4, as Dave Barry just hit turns 3 and 4. So.
And that gap is kind of staying there. It's not really going down nor, extending. So that gap is kind of staying the same as well. So Jacob is not working for him.
Oh, there's probably the caution. There it is. I think that might do it with the caution. No, it won't.
Yeah, I think he went off track.
That looked like Ernest King and Dakota Kramer. We'll go ahead and take a quick look real fast and see what had happened.
I think Dakota just got really loose. I don't think nobody touched him.
Yeah, that could be. Look like a jolt, boom. But now, where's Jacob Carter? Right there was Dave. Dave is right there.
I think Ernie might have given him a bump coming up off the corner. That was a hard angle to see there, or to tell anything.
Oh yeah. You see Philip Bridgman and Randy racing it out for P6.
That sucks for the OnlyFans Chevrolet. He was having a good run today.
Yeah, he was doing good. He timed his strategy right, and unfortunately...
Yeah, they were having a battle for, I want to say that was 8th and 9th position. They were kind of battling out for it, and unfortunately, that like you said, Austin, that top 10 run comes to shambles towards the end of the race here. That's very unfortunate for Dakota.
I can tell you though, but there was a lot of leaders who should have been up front, but
Look at this group.
but fell short to either speed it on pit road or unsafe pit entry and exit. A final lap here, but Jacob Carter is going to come around to one last time with that lead that he has here, going down the backstretch for the final time, and to get back-to-back victories here. One Daytona, and is now fixing to win Las Vegas. As you see there, Jacob Carter, Dave Barry,
Evan Roy.
and Kevin Roy.
Richard Johns 4th, Matthew Hunsaker in 5th position. That's going to round out the top 5, and the battle for 6th and 7th are going to be decided at the line, I do believe.
I do believe Randy got Phillip. Yeah, he did. Good run, an hour and 28 minutes. That is impressive. A very long race, that's for sure. Very great race, I would say, in my book.
Cade with a notable top 10 finish, finishing in 9th place. I believe he would have got 10th if it wouldn't have been for the Ernest King and Dakota Kramer kind of incident. We still, I would need to see a better angle than what we first saw the replay there in the closing laps to actually truly decide what actually happened. And impressive back-to-back wins for Jacob Carter.
So it looked like he had a offset bobble here.
Yeah, Dakota just kind of goes up the track a little bit on exit, or running his line, looks like, and Ernest was catching him pretty quickly, and unfortunately tagged him in the left rear and sent him basically down the track because he just couldn't catch that bump that was kind of given to him. I don't think Ernest meant to do it, but at the same time, just kind of one of those racing deals, I guess you could say. But I would have to think those two drivers probably going to talk about that, and they'll kind of work it out hopefully, and then we could move on from that to the next race hopefully with those two drivers, and everything hopefully will be okay with that.
Oh yeah. But I guess we'll go ahead and talk to Dave.
Oh, Kevin's not here.
No, Kevin. Oh no, wait. Let me see if I can get a hold of Kev. I was talking to him earlier.
Well, it's understandable if he's not there. That some people just we don't get to talk to everybody, which is unfortunate. But
oh yeah. It happens, so we'll give him a minute. We'll see. Because sometimes he leaves to go get his kid and stuff like that. So I just wanted to make sure, But anyway, we'll talk to Dave real quick. And whenever he answers back, we'll... Mr. Dave.
Hey, how goes it?
How's it going?
Good, thanks.
Good run by you. Unfortunately, Jacob kind of beat you. I'm probably just taking fuel, I would assume, and you being caught in lap traffic. But I would say you had the dominant truck, I am going to say, from watching from start to finish, for sure. Mr. Dave, I want you to go ahead and give an overall... rate your overall performance, how that truck was in traffic, how it was out front, where you preferred the truck to be, and just the overall racing tonight itself.
No, I thought the racing was great. A lot of close action all throughout the field. So, because I had to go to the back early, and it was just good racing all the way around. I didn't like having to follow somebody. I mean, the truck wouldn't turn. When I was in front of Jacob, I thought I could stay in front of him, but when he was in front of me, there was nothing I could do. So that last pit stop, I screwed up. I slid through my pit. I backed up, left the dab burn thing in reverse, and yeah, I tried to back out of my pit instead of forward. So really threw me behind. And I took 2 tires. I think he did the same. So, but all in all, it was a great race. Congratulations to Jacob. You did a hell of a job.
I got a quick question for you, David. If you don't mind, explain real quick. You did a little bit of explaining about the dirty air, but if you don't mind, explain a little bit more what you could kind of do to try to counteract being behind somebody in traffic or battling somebody for the lead, and you're behind them in their dirty air. What really can you do, for the viewer at home, to try to counteract being in that dirty air, David?
Yeah, you got to stay out of the other person's tire tracks. You get right back behind them on the straightaways, and just try to stay to the side. That way, the air is getting on your nose, and it's not just a big wake that's going to push you up the track. So that's about the only thing that you can do is just offset yourself in the corners, and just run a total different line.
Yeah, that's a good. Yes, indeed, I agree with that. Austin, do you have any questions for David?
Austin Moore. Oh, there you go.
Oh, sorry. Throughout the race, I was talking about how mistakes on pit road are going to be key, and that was obviously the difference in the race. Do you want those mistakes back? I guess is what I'm asking.
Oh, absolutely. I think whoever would have got out of pit road first would have definitely, I would guess, won the race. Just because whoever was in second was just it was harder to get around somebody. Like I said, when you're behind somebody, it's just so much harder to pass. So with me making those mistakes, he got a good lead on me, and there was nothing I can do. And he had some drafting help when he got out of the pit, and I only had like one car here and there. So yeah, I'd like those that last pit back.
Well, that is for sure, because when you two were coming in the pits, he was 0.1, or I think you were behind him. So I think you were 0.15 behind him. So that would have been a very close coming out, which would have brought in you and Jacob a hell of a lot closer than being back almost over 5.5 seconds back. So absolutely, that would have been. But yeah, well, you got anything for Dave?
Well, Brian, which Atlanta is it next week? Is it
New
old
Atlanta.
or?
New Atlanta.
Okay, well, so David, basically going back to another super speedway in a sense, because that's how they unfortunately tore up Atlanta. I mean, that's how they rebuilt Atlanta. David, what would be like your strategy and thoughts going into Atlanta Super Speedway?
Basically, stay in the back, save the truck, and you try not to be in the mess, and pit when I'm supposed to pit instead of out of sequence. And that's about all you can do. I mean, super speedways are, you're at the mercy of everybody. So and we're all in a bunch. So it's pretty tight racing, and you just gotta keep the truck clean.
Well, David, thanks for those insights there about the draft and dirty air and the things to look forward to at Atlanta. Got any shout outs or maybe anything else you'd like to add about tonight's race?
Actually, I just want to congratulate Jacob on a great run, and a lot of the guys, great racing throughout. I'd like to thank the broadcast, BNR Racing, and we'll see what we can do with this new Atlanta.
Yes, sir. Great job, P2. I would have liked to see it a lot closer, but I noticed a lot of people were getting hit with pit road violations, and that ruined quite a few people's nights, but that does happen. But yes, sir. Atlanta should be good. I think you'll be all right there. Best of luck to you. A P2 podium finish for you. So awesome job, and I'll get you back up there.
All right, thanks, guys.
No problem. All right, I wonder if Jacob's here. He probably might have stepped away. Well, it's possible. We'll see. He's phenomenal for it. Carter. Jacob.
Jacob.
Oh,
Oh, there he is.
Hello.
There he is, the man of the hour.
ooh.
Well,
What a
sir,
race
So-
man today.
who's going first?
You speechless again, Jacob?
Hey,
No, I got some this time. We good this time. I was speaking
All right.
about
Austin, go ahead.
Hey man, what a race today. You guys looked fast all day, you and David Berry both. Talk to us about how your race kind of went and how that race off pit road was kind of crucial for you today.
Oh yeah, raced off pit road and everybody kind of staying out of the way was actually pretty nice. I had a little checkups here and there from a few people that would not get out of the way, but people are trying to race for their lap and you can't really blame them. All in all, once the sun started, well actually the sun did fade pretty quick. Once the sun went down, it was hot. It was like you flipping a switch and saying, "Here you go, no grip." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." So it was pretty fast after you wore your tires down a little bit, but once you get new tires, until the track started heating up and you get some laps on it, it was very very tight. But then you got new tires. It go from loose to tight. Then once you get the extra fuel out of the cell, it'll go back to loose, but that's like 10 laps to go on fuel. So, that was kind of crazy. And then, kind of like what David said in his interview, he slid through the pit box. I didn't know he went reverse. I didn't know he was trying to back out of the track. But I took 2 tires there and fuel. And once I came out, big difference. I took 2 tires and it went from tight to loose. And I was like, oh no. Got a couple laps on them and it felt really good. So, all in all, me and David was going to battle it out to the end until he slid to the pits. I thought Ernest was going to be the one to finish the race in first, but apparently he didn't have enough gas either. So, it was a win-win for everybody.
Yes, I would say that is you and quiet dog. You and Barry were the closest action out there. You were always 0.1 to 0.05 next to each other every time coming into the pits. Don't mind the dog. Dogs are barking.
Now, is that my buddy barking?
That's
Heck
Rocco.
yeah.
That's Rocco.
Gotcha.
But you guys are very close and pitting every time. I think you're 3 to 4 pit stops tonight. I'm not sure. I think it was 3 green. I think. Yes, it was 3 green.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Great run. You did 100 and something laps on the green. You had that early caution early on. I don't know if you were in that. It was
no.
It was on lap 1. They got a little greedy. Let's full send in turn 3 and 4. And it's like I was telling earlier the people who were watching, it is too early to full send on an extremely
Loose track.
exactly loose track.
Yeah.
Because there was not enough rubber lay down yet, and you know how well that goes. Next week, I don't know if you're going to be here, but here, fortunately, 2 wins in a row, so that is beautiful and perfect. The Atlanta we're going to is the new Atlanta, the Super Speedway Atlanta.
Woot woot.
What's going to be your mindset and your plan going into Atlanta?
Might as well just keep my plan up because keeping the nose clean and being patient has really paid off for some reason.
I would say.
Yeah. So I think my good luck charm is this paint scheme I picked. So I think I'm not gonna change it till I lose.
I was going to say I won't change it. It's Michael McDowell, so I wouldn't change it.
But yeah, I'm probably not gonna change it until I lose, and when I do lose, that'll be a different story. I'll change it then, and we'll see how we can run after that. But I'm gonna go through the same as I said it here. Keep the nose clean, be patient, see an opening, gather it up, and go.
Yes, sir. Will, you got anything for Mr. Jacob?
Well, just congratulations, Jacob, on the back-to-back W's here to start off the season and the Truck Series for BNR, and just hopefully you can carry this momentum into a tricky track like Atlanta, and hopefully not get caught up in any of the melees and get the best finish there, and just you're basically really well locked in. So you got 2 wins, the first 2 races of the season, so. That's got to be really good momentum. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're gonna try to keep this Love's Ford F-150 in victory lane as far as possible.
Yep. I think the next tricky track after Atlanta is Coda. So you go from a super speedway, mile and a half, super speedway next week, a week after that to a very extremely long road course. So it's all right.
That's all right. I know how to turn right.
I was gonna say you know how to get around Coda. I've seen you race there, you and Brock. I've seen you guys get around Coda before, so nothing less of
Great
that.
track.
It is.
Right,
It'll be a good one to call in the tower too. I got all the wonderful cameras and all great views. Hopefully no trees get in the way. So
Austin, the only reason it's great for you is because it's in Texas. Calm down.
yeah. Well,
Nope,
but anyway.
I'm a road course guy.
Yeah, but anyway, Will. Anything else for Mr. Carter?
Well, Jacob, you got any shout-outs to give or anything else to add about tonight's race?
Not really. Just me, myself, and I. Appreciate y'all coming out here and commentating. I know y'all came in a little bit late as I was listening, and Brian had to call the shots a little bit with himself, but glad y'all came to watch and see this victory.
Yeah, that's right. Nothing less. Always good to have these boys on in here. So, I mean, if you run late, that's all right too. I don't hold that against nobody. I don't.
I hold it against Austin because he's always a slouch.
Austin is, yes, for sure. But anyway, like I said, it's always nice to have Will here. But sometimes we do have personal things that we deal through, and that's that. So, but anyway, awesome job to your win. Win number 2. Let's keep it up, I guess, until we get to Coda. So we'll just have to wait and see. And 2 wins of the season. Let's see if you can get it done on Thursday when we head to Auto Club. So best of luck to you. Go celebrate, and we'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right. See y'all. Love y'all.
All right. Well, that was a wild run here tonight, Will, in Austin. A lot of laps under green. To be honest with you, I was not expecting that. But yes, it was a very great run by all these drivers here tonight. I want to thank the both of you two for coming out, and then I'm going to let Will close it out because I enjoy how Will closes out, because if I do it, I'm just going to keep rambling on. So that's why I always let Will do it. So, Will, go ahead.
Well, Austin, thank you for being here for me while I was not. Very, very, very thankful for you helping out Brian while I wasn't here for the majority of this race, pretty much all of it. Appreciate it. And
Of course.
Brian, yep, I always love to see you in the booth from time to time, helping out. And also Brian Hunt, here being a producer, director, the lead I guess you could say, commentator, for the most part, whenever I'm definitely not here.
All of the
Unfortunate.
above.
Yep, exactly. And, anyway, so Las Vegas and the trucks now behind us. Jacob Carter back-to-back wins to start the season in the Truck Series. Good for him. Next week we will be at Atlanta, like we said. Just in a couple of days we'll be at Auto Club in the Xfinity Series, and hopefully we will be able to see everybody that came out here tonight there. And until then, we would like to wish each and every one of you a good and safe night. And